7th of June. It's about 10 minutes to 4, and I gotta make a quick run to follow up on some work that was being done. And it was a good opportunity for me to record real quick. And I haven't had a recording in a couple weeks, about 3, 2.5. Which I made one. I made one last week, like Thursday maybe, Wednesday or Thursday of last week, and it had been just about 2 weeks in between recordings, and it was a good one. I was really, really happy with it. It ended up being 40 some minutes, and talked about freeing the mind, freeing the soul, and the reason why I hadn't recorded in that long. And I tried to process it over the weekend and could not pull it from the memory card. I was able to get a section of it, because when they save in 12-minute sections, but the rest of them I couldn't. So I don't know if there's a glitch in my software or if there was a glitch with the memory card, because I had recently purchased a 256 gig memory card for my phone, so I could upgrade the storage from 16 to 256 gigs, because that's the capacity on it. I had never really pushed that, and recently got all the music that I had stored on an old computer back, and wanted to be able to load that all to my phone, which I did, which I love. I love having that. I've been taking advantage of that and enjoying that for the past couple weeks now, week or so, I guess, since I did that. But I got a free 64 gig memory card, and that was what was the capacity on that was. And I had a 32 gig, which I bought when I first got it, because I could not find a 64 in the stores, and I ordered one and wasn't paying attention and ordered a standard SD card, and I needed obviously the micro and whatever. It's not important, but anyway, it was cheap. I got that 256 gig card for about $49, which was about 75% less than any other place that I had seen them. And I was a little concerned about the quality of it, but it seems to be doing all right on my phone. And I got a 64 gig on top of that for free. And so I just don't know that it has the capacity to handle what is going through the GoPro. So anyway, when I wasn't able to get that processed, I tried several times. I just decided to scrap the whole thing. So it was a little bit of a loss for me, because I really liked that session. That was a good one for me, and I really delved into the idea and the concept of freeing my mind, and the process that I have taken over the last several years to get to where I'm at now, as far as cutting through and eliminating some of the hang-ups that I have. And not sure if this bus is going to jump out here or not. There it goes. So anyway, so that was a little bit of a disappointment to me, but I didn't really dwell on it, didn't let it bring me down. And so I have nothing documented over the last several weeks, and there's been a lot going on. So I thought maybe I would just try and just give a brief catch up. I don't think it's going to have the punch that the recording I lost had, but at least bring everything up to date, which is, I think, necessary. So it's Tuesday, and I just got back from a 4-day weekend. Stefan came into town last Tuesday, picked him up at the airport, and had made arrangements establishing these connections. I mean, it's not an obvious connection, but there is a connection with some of these individuals out there, and I feel like the more I expose myself to people that are trying to push the same limits that I am, and I'm really pushing that on Twitter. I'm following more and more of these like-minded, motivational, inspirational, business building, law of attraction individuals that are out there, and it's helping me. It's building that and bolstering that self-faith that I am creating my own reality. Whatever I want is what I'm going to get, and I'm trying to simultaneously create that in my life, but then lay the groundwork to show other people how I did it, so that they can follow that same path. And I liked it. I said it. This weekend was great, just being out of property management for 4 days and not having to think about or deal with the baggage that comes along with that, the ignorance that we deal with on a daily basis, people that just don't understand what they're involved with. They have a certain perspective, perception, idea, assumption, whatever, about how things should be, and it's very rarely the case. So a lot of angry and hostile people, attacking your ethics and your moral standing because they feel like they were wrong. And it was good. Like I said, 4 days of just not having to deal with that, and really gave me some clarity. We got some pretty heavy-duty rain going on here, and a lot of standing water on the road, which is kind of pulling me around all over the place. So anyway, the more I'm trying to eliminate the distractions in my life, and property management is a huge distraction right now because of that. And it's difficult for me to separate myself from the emotion that's involved. And I've talked about that for years now, so it's not something new, but where I'm at and what I'm trying to do is been a test of my will to continue to push forward, continue to keep a positive outlook for this pursuit. And not allow that to create a pocket of negativity that could only derail me from my pursuit. So, as I said, it was a good weekend to really just jump into that 100%, not have all those distractions. The more individuals that I found that are, inspirational, motivational individuals that are trying to do something similar to me, the more that I kind of connected with them, the more I felt like the stronger I got. I mean, because it really comes down to belief. What do you believe in? And it's helping me remove that doubt, whittle it down to something that doesn't have the ability to impact my desire. And I can't explain it. It's just like every day that I scroll through and I search for these types of individuals, and I find another one, and I'm like, that's I like what they have to say. I like their approach, and they're marketing themselves. They're trying to drum up business and get somebody to pay them to coach them, and I don't necessarily need that, but just knowing that they're there and that we have that connection now with either me following right, is good. I mean, it's right for me, and that's fantastic. So I finally, there's a marketing company here local in town that I've been following on Instagram from the beginning, and I actually recorded recently that I was considering reaching out and contacting them and just meeting and seeing what they might be able to provide for me to help me market myself or market these concepts. And I talked about loyalty and how that a connection was established in the beginning process of me getting involved with these social media outlets. And I remember recording, I remember talking about it in front of another one of our properties that I was like that they had followed me at one point, and I went back through and I was looking and they were not following me, which is just, I was following them, but there was some things that they had liked at some point, which when I started following them, and in my mind I guess I really was thinking that they followed. Anyway, not important. I just felt like I needed to explain it because I remember sitting here and recording and talking about how they had followed me, and I was going to reach out to them because I appreciated that follow, but my memory was not quite accurate, and I felt like I needed to explain that. So anyway, I did. I reached out to them, sent them a message through Instagram, and they responded. The owner of the company responded, and we have a meeting set up for Monday at 10 o'clock to discuss, mutual collaboration. What can they do for me, and what can I possibly do for them to help them grow their business? And I think it's potential for benefit for both parties is taking off and making a name for themselves. I think is tremendous, and I'm super excited about meeting with them on Monday and talking about some of this and trying to figure out a way to get a little bit more exposure for what I'm doing and where I'm going. So I feel, again, really good about that. I'm happy that I took that the time to reach out and establish that connection and set that meeting up. So 4 days went by, and I really wasn't feeling a dread of coming back to work today. I was feeling a little bit of a dread last night that my time was going to be constricted because of an obligation to complete stuff for my employment, and so there was a little bit of a sadness last night where I was like, oh, my 4 days are done. I have to get up to an alarm again. I have to set an alarm in the morning and have that wake me up, where I've been able to just wake up on my own, or setting an alarm just in case, but didn't necessarily have to get up. So my freedom has been restricted a little bit here coming back to work, and I was a little worried that I was going to be exposed to individuals and circumstances that were going to cause me frustration, anxiety, anger, and because there's plenty of it out there, especially in this industry. And I got in and I was like, all right, well, I've been monitoring my email and responding to emails all weekend, so I knew there was no big issues that were looming, and I knew that I only had one voicemail waiting for me, which I knew didn't figure was a big deal, and there was a couple other things that could possibly have been an issue. So I got up this morning, kicked my feet out of bed and sat on the edge of the bed just like I do every morning, and thought about the day, thought about waking up, and really put a lot of thought into trying to approach the day with a positive outlook without getting up with a feeling of dread or something like that, getting into the day and starting off the day knowing that I could potentially be experiencing something that was not pleasant. And just making that thought, and this was literally a matter of about 30 seconds of sitting on the edge of the bed and making that choice to not be frustrated, not be worried, not be stressed about what I might experience getting into the office. And I was thinking back, I was reminding myself of what I had experienced over the weekend and the things that I had done that had a positive impact on me, and I was able to carry that through the morning and into the office. And there was a little bit of a time there where things started to get, all right, we got an angry person that's upset about this, we got this angry person that's upset about this, we got this owner that's upset, and I was just, I had to, it took a lot of strength, it took a lot of will to not allow myself to give in to the frustration, to the anger. And after about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I maintained that separation. I did not allow myself to get worked up about it and perpetuate that. And that was what I was doing. I was trying to create this and maintain this buffer zone between potential conflict and where I am, and not getting personally, emotionally involved in these circumstances. And I was successful in getting that, got through the morning, did a lot of the stuff that I needed to do, and went out to the couple properties that I had to get out to right away. And this is a follow-up that I was hoping to get done today, and I'm here and can get this taken care of as well. And it was good though, but it was intentional. I was intentionally trying to avoid the possibility of a shitty circumstance, and I feel like I successfully made it. Now it's 4:15, the day's almost over. By the time I get back to the office is going to be closed, and my day's done. And I didn't allow myself to create circumstances that I didn't necessarily need to deal with. So anyway, I feel good about all that. I feel strong. I feel that my days in property management are almost done, and I feel like that is giving me more strength to not allow unfortunate circumstances to creep in and create a disruptive energy in the pursuit that I'm engaged in. So that's all I gotta say. I mean, that's my update. That's where I'm at, and hopefully this recording processes, saves, whatever, and I can get it processed and off the camera, and hopefully don't have to put more work into it than just what I did with swapping this memory card back in here. So that's it.